Have you ever wondered what the future of education might look like? In today's rapidly evolving world, education is a sector that is ripe for transformation. Traditional teaching methods, while tried and tested, face a number of challenges. Large class sizes, lack of individual attention, and the one-size-fits-all approach often leave students disengaged and teachers overwhelmed. But what if there was a way to transcend these barriers? A way to provide personalized, immersive learning experiences that captivate students and ignite their curiosity? Enter the realm of technology. The integration of technology in education is no longer a novel idea, but a necessity. From interactive whiteboards to online learning platforms, technology is changing the way we teach and learn. But the real game changer might just be around the corner. As we delve into the future, we find that the answer may lie in a technology that is already making waves in various industries: virtual reality. The journey of virtual reality in education started much earlier than most might think. Back in the early 90s, a time when the internet was in its infancy and cell phones were the size of bricks, educators and technologists were already experimenting with virtual environments for learning. The first experiments were humble, yet bold. They involved clunky headsets and rudimentary graphics. But the vision was clear: to create an immersive, interactive learning environment that could engage students in ways traditional methods couldn't. These early attempts were akin to walking in a virtual art gallery or navigating a simple maze, but they were groundbreaking, setting the stage for the evolution of virtual reality in education. One of the key milestones came in 1995 when a group of researchers at the University of Washington developed the Virtual Reality and Education Lab. This marked the first dedicated space for exploring the educational potential of virtual reality. They used a technology called CAVE, which stands for Cave Automatic Virtual Environment. This system projected images onto the walls and floor of a room, creating a fully immersive 3D environment. Although the graphics were basic, the impact was profound, showing that virtual reality could indeed provide a new dimension to learning. By the end of the 90s, several other universities had established similar labs, and educators were beginning to see the potential of virtual reality. There were projects that allowed students to explore ancient Egyptian tombs or take a journey through the human body, turning abstract concepts into tangible experiences. However, despite these early successes, the adoption of virtual reality in education was slow. The technology was expensive, the equipment cumbersome, and the software difficult to develop. But these early pioneers persevered, knowing that they were onto something transformative. Though the technology was primitive by today's standards, these early efforts set the stage for what was to come. They sowed the seeds for a revolution in education, a revolution that is still unfolding today. And as we'll see in the next scene, the rise of virtual reality was just beginning. As the new century dawned, virtual reality began its ascent. The early 2000s marked a turning point in the world of technology. Virtual reality, once a concept confined to the realms of science fiction, was gradually becoming a tangible reality. Advances in computer graphics and processing power facilitated the development of increasingly immersive virtual environments. As the technology improved, the potential applications of virtual reality began to expand. Among those who took note of these advancements were educators and researchers. They saw the potential for virtual reality to transform the educational landscape. After all, what better way to engage students than to immerse them in the subjects they're studying? Imagine learning about ancient Rome by walking its streets or exploring the human body from the inside out. The possibilities seemed endless. Throughout the 2000s, several key milestones marked the rise of virtual reality in education. In 2006, the first virtual campus was introduced by Duke University, allowing students to attend classes and interact with others in a fully virtual environment. This was followed by the introduction of Google Expeditions in 2015, a platform that allowed teachers to take their students on virtual field trips to places like the International Space Station or the Great Barrier Reef. The 2000s also saw a significant reduction in the cost of virtual reality equipment, making it more accessible to schools and universities. Companies like Oculus and HTC began releasing consumer-grade virtual reality headsets, which were not only more affordable, but also offered a higher degree of immersion than previous models. Despite these advancements, virtual reality was still viewed by many as a novelty rather than a viable educational tool. This perception began to change in the 2010s, as more research was conducted into the efficacy of virtual reality in education. Studies showed that students who used virtual reality to learn retained more information and were more engaged in their studies compared to traditional methods. With the technology improving and becoming more accessible, virtual reality was poised to make a significant impact on education. The stage was set for a revolution in the way we learn. Today, virtual reality is more than just a buzzword in education. Indeed, it has become a fundamental tool that is transforming the way we teach and learn. From primary schools to universities, virtual reality is being integrated into classrooms around the world, providing an immersive, interactive learning experience that no textbook or lecture could ever match. Imagine being a student in a history class, where instead of reading about ancient civilizations, you're transported back in time to walk the streets of Rome at the height of its glory. Or picture yourself in a biology lesson, shrinking down to microscopic size to explore the inner workings of a human cell. These are not mere fantasies, but realities made possible by virtual reality. In classrooms today, virtual reality is used to create engaging, interactive lessons that help students grasp complex concepts more easily. It allows learners to explore, experiment, and experience things firsthand, making education a more dynamic and enjoyable process. Whether it's simulating a physics experiment, exploring the depths of the ocean, or visiting a virtual art gallery, VR offers endless possibilities for learning. But it's not just the students who benefit. Teachers too are finding value in this technology. Virtual reality can give educators new tools to inspire and motivate their students. It allows them to present information in a more engaging and impactful way, making lessons more memorable and effective. Moreover, virtual reality is helping to level the playing field in education. It can provide equal learning opportunities for all students, regardless of their location or resources. A student in a remote village can now take a virtual field trip to a museum halfway across the world, or access a high-quality science lab that their school could never afford. It's clear that virtual reality is revolutionizing education, making it more interactive, immersive, and accessible. It's helping students to learn better and faster, while giving teachers new ways to engage and inspire. And this is just the beginning. As the technology continues to evolve, we can only imagine what the classrooms of the future will look like. As we stand on the brink of a new era in education, the impact of virtual reality is undeniable. So, what does the future hold for virtual reality in education? Imagine stepping into a classroom where learning isn't confined by four walls, but stretches beyond to the far reaches of the universe. That's the promise of virtual reality in education. As technology evolves, we'll see a shift from traditional rote learning to more immersive, interactive experiences. Think of a history lesson where students can walk through ancient Rome, or a biology class where they can explore the human body from the inside out. This is not just about making learning fun, but also about making it more effective. Studies have shown that immersive experiences can enhance understanding and retention, but to realize this potential, we need to overcome several challenges. Firstly, there's the issue of cost. High-quality VR equipment remains expensive, making it inaccessible for many schools. But as with any new technology, prices are expected to fall over time, making it more affordable. Secondly, there's the challenge of creating quality educational content. This requires a marriage of technology and pedagogy, where educators work hand in hand with developers to create experiences that are not only immersive, but also pedagogically sound. Thirdly, there's the question of how to integrate VR into the curriculum in a way that complements, rather than replaces, traditional teaching methods. This will require a shift in mindset, from seeing VR as a novelty to viewing it as a tool that can enhance learning. And finally, there's the potential impact on students' health and well-being. While VR can make learning more engaging, it also poses potential risks, such as motion sickness or overuse. These concerns will need to be addressed as we move forward. While the future is always uncertain, one thing is clear: virtual reality will play a significant role in shaping the future of education. It has the potential to transform how we teach and learn, making education more engaging, interactive, and effective. But this transformation won't happen overnight. It will require time, investment, and a willingness to embrace change. But if we can navigate these challenges, the rewards could be immense. In conclusion, the rise of virtual reality in education has been a journey of innovation, challenges, and immense potential. We've traced this journey from its humble beginnings, when virtual reality was merely a concept, through to its current state, where it's revolutionizing how we teach and learn. We've seen how it's transformed classrooms into interactive, immersive environments, making education more engaging and accessible. We've also delved into the obstacles it faced, from technological limitations to acceptance issues, and how it overcame them, proving its resilience and adaptability. We've explored its potential future, where it could provide personalized learning experiences, break down geographical barriers, and facilitate experiential learning on a scale previously unimaginable. Through all these, it's clear that virtual reality holds immense promise for education. As we look to the future, we can be certain that virtual reality will continue to transform education, offering new and exciting opportunities for students and educators alike.